Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Daily Blues here on 100% Chelsea. All the latest Chelsea news, discussions, topics, the lot at the moment. Just got Louis with me. Daniel can't come on tonight. Tony is expected in the next couple of minutes. Hopefully, if he does come on, he's going to come in and join the conversation. But for now, just me and Louis. Say hello.
You all right? How are you guys doing?
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly.
Anyway, right, today, brand new topic for all you guys. We are going to discuss, and this is going to be a good one, in the light of our negative, posts of recent and our negative, issues with Chelsea at the moment not going our way. We're going to look back and bring up all the positive moments, the moments that have made us all smile and laugh and go mental. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring up just random moments that we feel should be up there. And then at the end, we'll rank our top 5. Is that fair?
Yep, that sounds good to me, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Now, first one is inevitable. Champions League.
The champions! There we go, Aldi.
That wasn't so bad.
All right.
Yeah. Well, winning the Champions League, absolutely mental, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was meant to be. It was just meant to be.
Yeah, well, no, the way the whole thing just panned out, with your favourite person leaving the club, and then, just how it all just went down from sort of Napoli, and it just all sort of moved along, and it was like a domino effect, wasn't it? I mean, yeah. Napoli, and then obviously I had Barcelona, and I mean, like, literally that campaign, I have 3 key moments in that, and like the rest of it, I'm just like, yeah, I don't really care. 4 actually, if you think about it. 5 actually, no. You got Napoli. You got Torres going around Valdez. You got Drogba putting the header in. You got him scoring the penalty, and you got us lifting the trophy. That's
mental, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God, mate! Don't even get me started. Just my arms. Just
that season started so bad. It started horrible. We obviously, all of you know, we were with my best friend AVB. Not my best friend, really. I hated him. I kind of still do. Anyway, we were with AVB, and it was all just going absolutely wrong. He wanted us to play attacking football. We didn't even know what attacking football was at that time. He played us with a high line in defence. John Terry was practically centre mid. we were conceding so much. And then all of a sudden got to Napoli. After the group stage, after somehow we made it past the group stage. I don't even know how.
Who was in our group that year? Valencia was.
Valencia was.
Was it Benfica? No, we got Benfica in the round of 16, didn't we? And then we got Napoli in the quarterfinals.
Yes. Yeah. And we nearly bottled it against Benfica.
We did. It was Moreles. Moreles just lashed
Moreles. It was Moreles in the last minute who literally just. Absolutely, he just hit it. He just hit it, and it was flew into the top corner. And then we got to Napoli, got battered 3-1 away from home, and at that point we all came to terms that it was done. We were heading out of the Champions League. And for anyone that put a bet on Chelsea to win the Champions League at that very moment after losing against Napoli is probably a millionaire right now. Because the odds would have gone to 500 to 1, surely, or something. But lost to Napoli, came back. He ended up getting sacked.
Thank God for that.
And as I think for my channel, I went mental, and I had a little celebration on my channel when AVB got sacked. Di Matteo came in, and we had the infamous game at Stamford Bridge where we won 4-3.
God.
On aggregate.
The reason I remember that is because we have, like, down our road, we've got this restaurant called Il Vesuvio. It's in a proper Italian place, and you go in, and the first thing you see is like this tribute wall to Napoli, and you're just there going, "Oh Christ!" And we went in the time after the 3-1, and they knew we were Chelsea fans. They love my dad. Literally, it's just like. It's like, hey, you're really Italian. And there's me like, hi. And then they're just like, oh, okay, you're cute. Go away. Let's talk to my dad. And then he couldn't go. And I couldn't go either. So we had 2 tickets. And he gave them to the owner and his son. And they went to the Stamford Bridge. And this was after they'd been taking the mickey out of us. We go in the next day to get some pizzas and just take them home. And then it's just like they just like just have them on the house. You know, it's an amazing experience. It was just like we're just there going, oh my god! And this went on for about 6 months of just getting free food, and it was like, oh, it was. I just remember it because it was almost like they had a slice of humble pie, but it was like it sort of drew us together. So you know, Chelsea. Even if you're not a Chelsea fan, you know, bring people together.
Exactly.
And, it's just.
Well, I mean, against Napoli, and remember at the time Napoli were kind of dangerous. That was the time when they had Lavezzi, Cavani, and Hamsik all playing together.
All right, I'm going to get that squad up.
And that they had an amazing team, and that's why they destroyed us at home when we played them away from home. In Napoli, they dominated, and we brought them back to the bridge, and it was literally the first time that season we played with a never say die attitude. You know, it felt like the old Chelsea again. You know, we were just not having no for an answer. And
I've got that squad here. Hold on. So their squad. Oh my God, Cannavaro was playing for him.
Yeah, he was.
Cannavaro, Fernandez, De Sanctis, Cavani, Maggio when he was good, Campagnaro. God, that was solid, weren't they? Bloody hell.
They were, weren't they? And I mean, the goals that day remind me. We had I remember Ivanovic.
Lampard scored a penalty.
Yeah, Lampard's penalty. Was it Didier who got one?
No, I think it was Malouda, wasn't it? It was like Malouda, and I think Sturridge scored. I think it was Sturridge.
Yeah, I think so. But that was incredible. The way we just came back. Stamford Bridge was popping. Popping. I don't think I've ever seen it pop like that.
I didn't have Sky. I was listening to it on the radio in my room. I have like this little portable radio. I was listening to it under my blankets because I was supposed to be asleep because I had a big day the next day. And I was just listening to it, and all I remember is just screaming. My mum coming through, just saying, "Go to sleep!" Just like, you know, it was just it was like I just wanted to run around the house, go yeah, because I remember. It's school the day you're getting out of the Champions League, just all this sort of stuff, and my head's just like, I think we are just walking around. And I listen to that, and I'm just going, "Oh my God!" It's just like in there, just going, "What is happening right now?" Oh man!
Oh, brilliant! There we are. People wrote who scored. All right. Thank you all. Magnifique Marique Graphics and Gaming has said Drogba, Terry, the header, Lampard, and Ivanovic. Perfect, isn't it?
When Ivanovic was good.
Yeah, when Ivanovic had legs. But after that incredible win and Di Matteo's first proper Champions League game, and many ask, what did Di Matteo have to do with that game itself? I don't think he did much. I just think he did the one thing that ABB didn't, and that was, listen, guys, you're all winners. He just got the spirit back and went, all right, you guys do your thing. Just keep that spirit. That's it.
That's what happens though when you. It's not just Chelsea. I mean, when you have a change of manager, let's be honest. At every club, there is that part where everyone vamps up, and he came in at the right time to lift us through that whole campaign.
Exactly. Especially him being an old player, legendary status.
Exactly.
He's already got that respect at Chelsea.
Exactly.
Something ABB didn't. But yeah, and then after that, we moved on from Napoli, and that was the quarterfinal, wasn't it, Napoli?
It was. It was indeed. That was the. Hold on, there we go. So no, it wasn't. It was the round of 16.
It was the round of 16. So who did we have afterwards?
Benfica in the quarterfinals.
Benfica with the Moreles.
Yeah, and then we were 1-0 away from home, and then hold on. Then at home we beat them 2-1 on aggregate. Lampard scored a penalty, and Moreles scored again, and then away from home.
That was one of his few games where he's I think he got his hair cut and he had that big Mohican, and everyone was like, "What?" And then he scored, and everyone was like, "Okay, great." You scored, then great. You look stupid, but great. If you can score, that's fantastic. And then, here we are.
Here he is. His Tone. Kalou. It was Kalou who scored at Benfica.
Yes, Kalou.
All I remember about Kalou, literally, I remember him hitting, just being really bad in the year we did the double in the FA Cup final. I just remember watching that thinking, oh my God, what is he doing? And then the only other thing I remember him was having that massive spider on the back of his head in the Champions League final. And just everyone was just going, what are you doing?
Yeah, you out of time?
Yeah, cool. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, sorry about that. Very unlike me, but unfortunately, as it's live, you can't do nothing. Fall asleep.
I hope you had a good kip.
Well, that's what you got to do, and that's why we love Solomon Kalou. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we were just talking about that season we won the Champions League, and we just finished Napoli. That game against Napoli.
Wow, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, what a comeback. Thought we were dead, didn't you?
Exactly.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
thought we were dead first leg, but it was your mate, wasn't it, who was in charge at the time. And actually, do you know what? A lot of people don't realise that Ashley Cole actually saved us that night. I mean, I don't know if you've gone over this, but Ashley Cole's goal line clearance was absolutely humongous, wasn't it? Really, in the scheme of things. Yeah. And I mean, the return leg, unbelievable. And actually, the one player that we've had a little bit of we bashed him up a bit in the last few Daily Blues. Ivanovic, the hero, so
exactly.
It does come up with him, like Europa League final, and it does come up with him, them magical moments, doesn't he? Oh, brother.
He does.
That's why it's hard to be, a bit critical, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You can't. He's done a lot. But obviously from that we've moved on to Benfica, and then we ended up getting through, and then Barcelona.
Barcelona!
And first leg at the Bridge, Didier Drogba getting that goal, leaving with a 1-0 win. And we thought, all right, we're going to go to the Nou Camp and park the bus, and it's going to be amazing. And then John Terry gets sent off.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was two parts to that Barcelona game in terms of the fact that our backs were against the wall. I mean, we played the home leg like an away team, didn't we?
Yeah.
Massive defensive ball. And obviously the man for the big occasion, Didier, comes up, gets the goal. And I mean, I don't even know how we survived that. I mean, if I remember rightly, they hit the post, they hit the bar.
Messi missed the penalty.
Messi missed the penalty, yeah.
Not in the first leg.
No, second leg.
No, he missed. He I think he missed a penalty or a free kick in the first leg as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite incredible, really. I mean, just to actually have a sniff of a chance, really, going into the second leg, 1-0.
Yeah.
As you know, it's a decent result in Europe, but we're talking about going to Barcelona. I mean, I remember a few years gone by where that was just an absolutely magical night. I know a lot of people talk about the 4-2 at the Bridge with Barca. Yeah. But the 3-1 at the Bridge, where we were we've done it twice where we went 3-up, and we were magical that night. And Luis Figo actually got a late one, and that was the goal actually that I think, because funny enough, that was 99 that year, 19. You talk about history and pre-Abramovich and all this sort of stuff, but that was 1999, and I mean I went to quite a few Champions League games, overseas that particular season, and. We were only a smidgen away from getting to a semi.
Yeah,
we're very good that year. If we think of the squad and that, the old Dennis Weiss 1-1 over in Milan, fantastic. But anyway, I'm digressing a bit. Yeah, I know. Oh mate, I was there that night actually in the San Siro. Unbelievable. 9,000 of us in Milan, absolutely going mental. What an absolute, honestly, you've never seen. I mean, that was proper Chelsea old school. I mean, we took over that square in Milan. It was great, really fantastic. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm getting carried away, boys. I'm trying to make up a lost time, as you can see.
No worries. But that night against Barcelona at the Nou Camp, remember, we went down 1-0 with PK scoring, and that was the point where we thought, okay, we have a game on our hands here. We need to get a goal. How are we going to do this? And then JT gets sent off. And at that point, I don't know about you, but I thought we were out at that point.
Oh yeah, no, I was gone. I thought, no, this is it now. I'm not.
When he got, I remember when he got sent off, I turned to my mate and it's done. That's it. And
well, anyone will be done at that point. I mean,
it was very stupid of him. I was surprised of someone like John Terry. The captain, is his experience. He played these big games, and he goes and knees the guy in the back. No,
he wasn't. It wasn't sort of. He needed the guy in the back, but it wasn't the sort of one where you were out to hurt him. If you know what I mean. It's not one of those little ones where you're sort of walking and you accidentally hit someone. he didn't actually, and then Sanchez just made a meal of it. That's what I remember about it. But that's probably me just being biased and saying he didn't mean it.
Well, I mean, no, that's why I'm saying I was surprised because I looked back at it and I was like, he meant that. He just needed him in the back. For what reason, I don't know. he just went call up and just. He
probably said something.
He could have, exactly. He could have. But John Terry, someone of his status, and you're the captain of the team. You're the leader on the pitch, and you get yourself into that situation. He gets sent off. Eventually, they scored a second with Iniesta, and at that point, I don't know how.
I'm watching it now. I'm watching it. Hold on, they're sending off. Here we go. No. He meant that. I take back everything I just said. Yeah.
Exactly.
He was giving him a little reminder, wasn't he, that he was there, and it was just stupid. It was a bad error from his part because he put us right under the cosh. To be fair, John Terry on that particular night, and you are absolutely right because at that point you did think that was it, game over.
Game over. Even the atmosphere in the stadium. Barcelona, they thought they'd won it. Everyone was like, finished. The commentator was like, Barcelona going through. And then Ramirez.
Oh, my God.
Well, it gave us hope, And it's weird because we had hope. Again, and I'm going back to 99, but Andre Flo done that for us over over there. So it was almost like deja vu,
Yeah.
And but no, what a goal. I
couldn't believe it. Lampard. It's so hard, and I admired that goal so much because when you look at what Lampard did, he received the ball and he slid to be able to chip it over the defender into Ramirez's path, and you're thinking, in that sort of moment at that time, to get that idea is not easy. It's really not, and in a split second, you have the intelligence to do that. And then Ramirez decides, you're down, you have to score, and he takes the risk to try and chip it over the keeper.
Yeah.
And he does it.
Goal. What an amazing goal, incredible, absolutely incredible. And that gave us all hope, didn't it? Because, they're now all of a sudden we're back in control of the time.
At that point, we're through.
Well, yeah, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking you've now got to survive, an entire half. You're going to have an avalanche of Barcelona.
We did. But then the magic happened in the 90th minute when we just cleared it away from a corner.
Well, I think before that...
Before
you get down a little bit further ahead because if you remember, that second half
was
it was like 2 hours, wasn't it?
It's the worst half I've ever had as a fan. It's the worst half I've ever gone through.
Well, they were camped in our half, weren't they?
Yeah,
and it was literally the entire of our side behind the ball, like just a great big wall. It was a wall.
Yeah.
That was our bus, and
more like a plane.
They got through a couple of times, didn't they? Czech got called into action and then of course they got the penalty, and then up steps Messi, and you're thinking, oh, here we go, back in the
And that was Didier who gave away the penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
And, at that point you're thinking,
I never liked Didier in the penalty area, did you? He was always giving away little penalties. But definitely. Then all of a sudden it's advantage them, and then obviously Messi steps up and he hits it clean, doesn't he?
Proper clean, except it just whacks the bar.
And it just smacks the bar, and you're thinking, oh my God, And then it's just.
At that point, I changed. I thought we're going to win this now. My mind was just going, this is it.
At that point, I'm thinking this might just be meant to be. Like, we might actually just go and win this now. I don't know.
I didn't. I got to be honest. It was because it was so incessant. It was like wave after wave after wave of attack. Yeah. I've read somewhere that Robbie Di Matteo turned around and said he was counting it down in five minutes. It's all right, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're not doing too bad. And you could see the crowd turned slightly. They started to get, that agitated.
Yeah.
And it was relaying onto the players. Pep you could see he was stressed on the touchline, and then obviously the magical moment, you know, that blast upfield when they're all camped in our half.
Well, no, remember, sorry, before that was when he brought Torres on, and I thought it'd be Didier to go off, and then we heard that it was Didier who ended up going left back.
Yeah.
And players were completely out of position. It was basically it was a 9-1-0.
Yeah.
That was the formation. Yeah. Everyone became a defender. And then when Torres came on.
Well, he lost the ball at one point, didn't he? When he's one of his first touch, he lost the ball and invited them onto us.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, he went trotting forwards. And it was Ashley Cole just blasted it, didn't he? Just like booted it upfield. And then it was just 1-on-1. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I half of me was thinking he's going to miss this.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Let's be honest, everyone was thinking that because it was Torres. Everyone was thinking, "Oh my God, this is De Gea all over again. This is De Gea. This is De Gea." And then he put it in, and then you were just like,
just one of those magical moments, wasn't it? Because you knew then that was it, game over. We're in the final of the Champions League again, and you're thinking, well, this is incredible, you know.
Absolutely mental. I mean, you were at the game, was it? What in that time?
Oh, I know, I wasn't. Not that particular one. No,
you wasn't. No. I mean, when I saw that on TV,
not that year.
Yeah, I was at uni and we had the big screen and Ashley Cole whacked it up the pitch. Yeah. And as soon as he whacked it, I see Torres just pop into the screen and I'm thinking, all right, he's going to have about 3 defenders there to deal with. And then I see he's running and there's no one. And I'm just like, no. It can't be. And then it's just Valdez left, and I'm thinking, oh my god, he's gonna bottle it. And he just has the composure to just go around him.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
In that that moment, to have the courage to just try and go around the keeper, mental.
Yeah, the Spanish matador came back to slay the Barca. It was brilliant, wasn't it? It was perfect, wasn't it? The ending was perfect, and the adulation on Lampard's face, and it was just. It was just everything about it, We've had some epic battles against them, haven't we?
We have.
Perhaps that's why they're our 100% most hated club,
Well, the 100% fan base is most hated club. My most hated club is still Tottenham Hotspur, and it always will be Tottenham Hotspur. That's not changing anytime soon. I hate Spurs. I want the stadium just to burn to the ground and just everything just to go wrong.
But obviously, after that, obviously we'd gone through. Everyone was mental. Probably one of the best nights we've ever had. And then we have to go to Munich.
Yeah.
For the final.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna do it because we beat Barca, so Bayern really don't stand a chance against us. But we end up conceding in the 83rd, was it?
Oh mate, it was the 80. No, it was the
82nd or 81st, wasn't it? Was it the 81st?
Something like that, yeah.
I know.
I've got a massive picture of it. Actually, in one of my next room, it's a great big picture of the players and everything, So I'm going to run in and find out.
No, I mean with that goal, I don't know about you guys. Normally, if you concede in the 80th minute and beyond, you're going to lose. It's done. Yeah. But at that point, I immediately, I remember, I flashed back and I thought, hang on, no. We came back against Napoli. We came back against Benfica. We came back against Barcelona in their backyard with 10 men. We've got 10 minutes to score and we're going to score. Okay.
I tell you what, you had a lot more composure than me. I was crying. I was on the floor.
I was gutted. But I thought, it's not finished. We can do this. And then Didier. Just Didier.
That moment, just oh my god. Just like what I remember most about it.
Go on.
Like, what I remember most about it was like everyone had come up, but I just remember when it panned to the corner, and then Torres was about to take it, and Matt just hit him and said, "No, get lost on." I just remember that, and then I just remember it's like Jobber front post just jumps above everyone, nods it in their post, and I'm just there going,
"You just hit it just hit the net. It just went like straight in."
Oh my god!
The bullet, wasn't it? It was absolute, so much power and pace, and it almost knocked Neuer into his own goal, didn't he? He almost followed the ball back in. It was. The neck muscles. When you actually watch it in slow motion, his neck was like swiveled. It's almost, it can't be done. You know, it's almost against all the laws of physics and geometry and everything. But you know, I mean, what a man! That's why, to me, he is the legend of legends. You know, for me, Didier. I mean, a man for the, you know, whenever you talk about a man for the big occasion, that's Dids.
I mean, that one moment he had to score. Like, that was it. It was the 88th or the 89th, I remember, and I was like, it has to be now. If not, we're done. We're never going to win this Champions League. And when he headed it, he put it in the one spot that Neuer couldn't get to. In that whole goal, that one little point where he just couldn't get to, he put it there. And I'm thinking, this is just meant to be. This is
the one failing in German engineering. The one failing in German engineering. And
And then, obviously, extra time. Went to extra time, and we're thinking, all right, we have a good chance here. And then it goes to penalties. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the penalties, did you think we were actually going to win it before we stopped?
No, I saw we were playing a German team, and just like, nah, screw this, I'm leaving.
In their backyard.
In their backyard, exactly. And I remember I was too busy looking at the penalties. I was too worried. Like, that part is sort of, it's almost a bit of a blur. Was it right, Tony? I'm just trying to think. What they were in front of us, weren't they? Or was it in front of the?
No, one matter missed. One matter missed for us.
One matter missed. No, but what end were they at? They were at our end.
It was at the German end.
Was it the German
end? German end.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So can you imagine? Like,
you know what, right? If you actually go onto YouTube, and you can actually click on from the German. Actually, the Germans have actually filmed it, and you can hear them. You know, when Didier steps up. And they go, Neuer, 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 bitte, 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 bitte. You know, bitte, bitte, no. It's class. It's class. Watching us peel off and that. But no, one matter stepped up, he missed, didn't he? And
at that point, I thought, no, my God, we're just not going to do it again. We're going to fail.
All that penalties apart from matters were class, weren't they? I'll tell you the one that. Well, Ashley Cole's, I watch it a few times, and it's like he slips, isn't it, when he takes it?
I'm watching them
the
all.
left footer.
I mean,
he kind of clips the ball, doesn't he? When you watch Ashley, he clips the ball. It's a perfect penalty, but I don't think he hit it cleanly. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah. I mean, he put it. He did put it in a proper.
It's perfect, wasn't
angle.
It was
perfect
angle.
David Luiz.
Oh, man, that's why I love. You know what? I'm gutted we got rid of David Luiz. You know that.
He's a character.
Thank you very much.
We couldn't say no.
I liked him in Holding Mid. You know.
Yeah,
I think that's one thing that Rafa got right. You know.
Yeah, I think so. And when Didier stepped up, and again, when you look back, and it was all just meant to be. And then Didier stepped up in his last kick, and you knew it was going to be his last kick in a Chelsea shirt, and you thought, "This is it's in the stars." Like, you look outside, and you can just see it in the stars.
It's totally written in the stars. If you actually think about it, as a football club, we were formed in 1905.
Yeah, that too.
How many times we've been chipping away at the Champions League, and on 1905, 19th of the 5th, we landed the big one. It was totally written in the stars. It was probably the worst squad from a Champions League's perspective, worst team, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but you did have. I'm not being horrible, but you had Ryan Bertrand in the side. You had Joseph, Basinga, and a lot of people don't give Petr Cech enough credit for that night because. Cech was unbelievable,
That squad we had, right? Okay, we had Cech, Turnbull, Hilario, so those, and then Blackman, Reece Taylor, Ivanovic, Ashley Cole, Luiz, Bazingua, Ferreira, Cahill, Terry, Alex, Bertrand.
Wow.
Essien, Romeu, Ramirez, Lampard, Mikel, Malouda, Mireles, Josh McEachran was in the squad but didn't play. Torres, Mata, Drogba, Kalu, Sturridge, Anelka. Oh man,
mental, absolutely mental. And
good bit of man management though, done. But apparently that Di Matteo, what he did is he he got all the families out to go out with him, didn't he, and everything.
Yeah,
And what he did the day before or something, he arranged it. I don't know how he done it, but he got everyone to do a video message for the players. You know, the kids as well, and the wives and girlfriends or whatever. So you can imagine that as players, just sat there the day before, and he's like, listen, I'm going to play you this. And it's like, listen, Daddy, good luck, you know, and all that. You imagine as a player, you know, it gives you an absolute huge lift. You know, you're not just doing it for you and the club, you're doing it for your kids. And, you know, so massive bit of, good bit of man management there from RDM.
But that year, that Champions League win will never be done again.
No.
I'm not saying that we'll never win the Champions League again. I'm saying that it will never be done the way we did it. You know, the date, the way we did it, who we beat in their backyards with 10 men, penalty, Drogba last kick of his Chelsea. It's just, it will never happen again. It was a miracle, and it will never happen again.
Have you seen that? There's a video on I think TalkSport brought it out. It's on YouTube again, right? And it's was it 10 reasons to know you're a Chelsea fan? And one of the reasons is that you know, like Liverpool go on about the comeback in Istanbul, you know, with 3-0 down and then 3-3 and then the Gerrard, you know, and all that sort of stuff. But we see ours as better. 3-1 down in Napoli, win the tie. No one's ever come back from a tie. You know what I mean? That was the first time that was ever done, you know. And then to, you know, all right, to come through like absolute pure hell in the Nou Camp and get through that, and then even in the final, I mean, people forget Arjen Robben, our ex-player, he missed, didn't he, in normal time?
He did, yeah.
He did.
You know, it's so much that went our way. Like you said, it was totally and utterly written in the stars. It was meant to be. We were supposed to win the Champions League. And you know what? No matter what happens in the future or whatever, we were the first London club to ever do it. And no one ever take that away from us.
Never. That's going to sit in history for the rest of life and the rest of you know, the time that everyone has on this planet. But from those, well, from that season, I think we can pick out two moments that are up there, and that's obviously Didier's kick, winning the Champions League, and Torres's goal at the Nou Camp.
Oh, that's settled. I think that's
Yeah.
I think do we tie that under one of our greatest moments? Do you think, or just because it's you reckon that come under one umbrella?
They have to. No, I mean, just that. I mean, I was going to start.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's got to be the greatest moment, isn't it?
There are, yeah. I mean, there are other moments. I remember that obviously one was winning the league for the first time since 55.
2000. Yeah, exactly. Lampard's
goals at Bolton. Mourinho's first title at Stamford Bridge.
I've got one for not the old school, but because again, like I said, I'm too young to remember the 70s. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the early 70s when we were really successful. But I got one for 97. No, 1997. You know, when Hullet won us the cup, that was the first time for 27 years. And I mean, we were knocking on the door because a lot of people don't realise that the revolution, or the revolution started at Chelsea. In other words, when we really started to go up another level, and
Glenn Hoddle.
It was Glenn Hoddle. You're absolutely right, Louis. Yeah, and Hoddle got us to the final in 1994, where we played Manchester United and got spanked 4-0. But we were playing 12 men. We were playing David Ellery that day as well because he gave them 2 penalties. But what a lot of people don't know is that season we played United home and away and beat them 1-0, and the goal scorer on both occasions was Gavin Peacock. Yeah. And Gavin Peacock in that game at 0-0 in the final against United smacked the crossbar. It was such a unlucky. That was my birthday as well, and I was in the stadium for that, and absolutely distraught. And then of course we got to the semis in '96 with Hoddle, and again United beat us 2-1 at Villa Park. I was there that day as well. And, you know, I remember so close, you know. So when we won the Cup in '97, it was I mean, people talk about parades, and let's have it right, it's only gooners that go on about them. But we had something like 250,000 out that day because it had been such a long time.
Yeah.
In fact, we had more on that parade with less worldwide support than I think like what we got now, yeah. But we had more of that parade, double actually, than what we had when we won the Champions League. And that just goes to show you that parades mean nothing. But it's like, it was such a monumental sort of occasion,
Yeah.
Robbie Di Matteo again, the fastest goal. That's got to be one of the moments for me, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. That was definitely an iconic moment.
So can we put that one in?
I think so. I'll note that down.
Because that was the first FA Cup for 27 years, yeah?
Yeah.
And like, I know we chucked the league in, and that was a massive one.
Well, what about well, four at the moment.
You got 4.
Yeah, but what about well, the final, Torres, the league, 0405 Lampard.
I've got a lot of people here saying Demba Ba's. I've got a lot of people here saying Demba Ba's goal against PSG.
Paris, yeah.
I wouldn't say that's the greatest moment personally.
It was a brilliant moment.
Well, what about the double under Ancelotti? I mean, we've never done the double, and 2010 we won the double.
True.
And I mean, that season we were spanking everyone. I mean, we beat Wigan 8, putting 7 past Villa, 7 past.
Yeah, we were destroying teams. I mean, what about the Super Cup against Madrid?
Yeah, 1998. Gus Poyet, and I mean, Madrid was, still, well, they were the biggest side in the world, and everything else, and we went there as the holders of the European Cup Winners' Cup when we beat Stuttgart.
Yeah.
Zola off the bench in Stockholm, and we beat Real Madrid 1-0, courtesy of Gus Poyet. And yeah, that is a monumental occasion because we are the only side in England that's got the lot in terms of European honours.
Yeah.
We've got the European Cup Winners' Cup, we've got the Europa League, which you could argue is the UEFA Cup, the old UEFA Cup, and obviously we've got the Champions League, or what people in the past used to call the European Cup, and now we've got the Super Cup. We won the European Cup Winners' Cup twice because we won that in '71.
Yeah.
And we beat Real Madrid then as well.
And
that was a massive feat because Madrid were huge, back in the day there. So we've got a good record actually.
That's true.
Our European record is incredible,
No, it is. I mean, what about and we're going to go way back here, but what about our 1955 league win? It was the first one we've ever won. That's iconic.
Well, it's very iconic. 1905 we were formed. 1955 first league. 2005 our second.
A lot of fives.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fives.
But that was Ted Drake. That was. He's Gooner, wasn't he? He's used to play for Arsenal. But I mean we were a really good side. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you look back in our history, I mean, people go on about it's ridiculous. What they come out with. They need to go and get a little history book and go and research it for themselves.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you
definitely.
cut one of those moments in, couldn't you, buddy?
Yeah, of course. Well, going down to the more minor moments that we can remember, it doesn't have to be a cup win, doesn't have to be a league win or something
Steven Gerrard falling on his arm.
Well, little things like that, yeah. I mean, Gerrard, for example. I mean, do you remember us against Liverpool and Mourinho gave the...
Yeah, it was there that day, and funny enough, such an iconic moment, the old Gerrard slip. Yeah, I actually missed that. For my season, so I needed to go for a wee, and I thought, I can't hold on. Do you know what I mean? So I went for a wee, and I heard a massive roar, and I thought, because it's really hard. Liverpool's quite an old-fashioned sort of stadium. I think, what's all that about? And as I come up the stairs, we scored. Well, what's going on? So I never actually saw that. I was having a wee at the time, right? But no, I remember Mourinho running down the pitch, and we were absolutely giving it to him, big style, inside the stadium, and it's just fantastic days. I've got to say also, I've done a few of those Champions League semi-finals as well against Liverpool, and even though we got a lot of hatred for them, they were really incredible atmospheres those nights.
Proper, but obviously
proper swaying, the cop, and
they never went our way. We lost 2 penalty shootouts against them, and we had the ghost goal.
Well, I was there the one where we did go our way as well. I was there for the was it
4-4.
Salomon Kalou? Was it Kalou? It was the corner, wasn't it? That it was John Honorisa own goal, wasn't it? Was it Kalou that took the corner? I can't remember.
Was this 08 before? Was it 08?
This was this was known. I'm trying to struggle now.
Was that 4-4? Because that was the time when we did not.
No, the 4-4 was the quarter final.
Oh, okay.
That was stupid, that game. We'd done all the hard work, 3-1 up over there, and then all of a sudden they go into a 2-0 lead at our place. Oh my God, you know, that was heart attack stuff. That was, but no, that was the year before, Louis, because we played them 3 times in the semis. We had the ghost goal, we had the penalties where they won them both. Yeah. And then we got a 1-1 draw. They went 1-0 up, and we got a very, very last minute goal. And we celebrated like that's a massive goal because everyone was holding each other in that stadium going, we've got to get a goal, we've got to get a goal. And we got it out of nowhere. It was a corner that was just lofted in, and I think Risa put it in his own net. 1-1, took it back to the bridge. And do you remember Didier 3-1 when he was sliding on his knees into the corner flag?
Oh, yes.
So we played him 3 times, you know. Do you know what I mean? In the semis, and we played him once in the quarters, which was the 4-4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely quality.
And another moment I've got here. I've lost who it was. I think it was Sepir Hassimi. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Duyu Kalou. Gronka's goal to secure us 4th spot, which meant Abramovich would buy us instead of Spurs.
Ah.
Well, yeah, massive. Well, actually. Well, we had to get a point. We needed a point that day to secure 4th spot in the Champions League. You know, to get qualification.
Yeah.
And Liverpool took the lead, and I think it was Marcel Desailly that got us back into the game 1-1. And you are absolutely right. Apparently, it's been said, and I don't know how true it is, that Ken Bates, who was a chairman at the time, and he said, "Look, I ain't being funny, but you know, you don't realise how important this game is. We need Champions League football, otherwise we're in big trouble." Because he over speculated when he was building the village and took on huge loans with Royal Bank of Scotland and everything else. So obviously that game was of massive importance. So yeah, Jesper Gronk, yeah.
Saved Chelsea Football Club, basically.
Well, it saved. I mean, listen. Look at where we're positioned in London. Yeah, there's always we're very attractive. Let's be honest. We're London's premium venued club, aren't we? You know, and a lot of people don't realise that Richard Branson was sniffing around our club.
Yeah.
Especially when Matthew Harding was alive, God rest his soul, you know.
Yeah.
So things could have turned out in another direction. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing. So.
Yeah, it really could have. It really could have. But obviously, from that, I mean, is there any? Would you bring up any proper old school moments? I reckon that will go up there. I mean, we're obviously looking back, you know, the 80s, the times of Osgood, you know, even beyond that.
Well, again, for me, obviously, like I said, I'm too young. I'm too young to remember the 70s. Like we had a glorious golden period. You know, 1970 we won the FA Cup. It was the first FA Cup that went to a replay, where we won it in the replay at Old Trafford, 2-2 at Wembley, and we won it 2-1. Osgood header and David Webb with that Ian Hutchinson long throw, and you know, but we 1 or 2 year old kids, you know what I mean? So, and then they obviously Chelsea had a massive, glorious period. That's when they had that rivalry with Leeds, which is obviously, like I said, stuck with the old school. But we had a bit of an horrendous time because through the 70s, we were actually opted to build Stamford Bridge into like this monumental stadium, and we got caught out. I don't know if at the time there was a Labour government and there was strikes and this and that and the building strike and this and it took forever to build the East Stand, which is the oldest part of the ground that's there now, and we got ourselves into financial difficulty, went down, then there was the hooligan problem, and we were nosediving a bit, to be fair, and then Bates came in and bought us for £1. £1 he bought us for.
What a great business decision.
Well, absolutely. Well, he made 17 million, I believe, you know, and apparently done that deal in less than 20 minutes in a London hotel with Roman's people. And why wouldn't you?
Of course, yeah. If you bought it for £1, I mean, bloody hell.
Why wouldn't you? But no, I mean, but I don't think people realise. I mean, like we get dug out for them that period of time. 20 people forget the history we had prior to that, and the history before that, and the history before that. You know, I mean, our first game as a football club was against Liverpool, and we smashed them 4-0. And our Ice League attendance was I think it was 87,000 when we played Arsenal, and 120,000 against the Russians. Liverpool weren't even a club at that, but they like to go on about a certain period of time, and they almost forget what happened beforehand. But of course, anyone that's still alive today that's going to football will remember that 70s and that 80s period where we went through a bit of a period where, you know, it was very, very tough for us, you know, and we nearly went under. You know, we had the Save the Bridge campaign where, I mean, I'll tell you, I was writing out cheques to Chelsea Football Club, and the fans were writing out cheques for the legal bills and just to keep us alive. And it weren't just us; it was Fulham and QPR. And we're all owned by a property development company. And actually, Ken Batesy was brilliant. How he done it all. I mean, he took a lot of criticism, Batesy. But a lot of people don't know about our history. So when we had that hooligan thing, he actually put an electric fence up round. Do you know about that, Eunice? Do you know about that? They put an electric fence, I swear, because he's an ex-farmer, around the top bit of the gates all around the stadium, stop people going on the pitch, and so it weren't a great particular time, but we came through that, you know, and then. Well, the only thing that was really half decent, apart from 2 promotions, because we went down, went up, was 2 trips to Wembley in 85 and 89, where we played Manchester City. Now, can you believe that? 1985, I think it might have been, I think it was 85. It was either 85 or 86. I think it was 85. And we played Manchester City. It was a cup competition designed to give other teams where they're not likely to get to Wembley. So only a handful of clubs took part. I'll give you an idea. We played Oxford in the semi, but we took 55,000 to Wembley, mate. You know, for a Mickey Mouse competition that we beat Manchester City. Manchester City and Chelsea were playing in that game. I mean, look at them now. Yeah, and in 1985 they played out a game 5-4. We were 5-1 up, and they scored 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. I'll tell you, if that gone on for another 5 minutes, it would have been 5-5. And 89, we won the Zenith Data Systems Cup, which is the equivalent of the Full Members Cup, but just a different sponsor. And we beat Middlesbrough 1-0. Tony DeRigo free kick. And we really didn't have a lot to shout about until what you said, Louis, is right. Glenn Hoddle come along and changed everything. Yeah. Philosophy of how we played. There was a completely different ethos. Suddenly we started to get a bit more money around us. And then obviously the little superstars started to come along because he brought in Ruud Gullit and then Mark Hughes and then Gullit brought in Zola and Di Matteo and Petrescu and you know what I mean. So then obviously we had Dennis Wise there and you know and that was a very good side, you know. People don't realise we nearly won the league, you know, in '97. I think it was '97 and '98.
We did. No, 98.
Was it 98? Do you know what, mate? Well, I think we played Leicester, I think it was, and we were 2-0 up, and I think they come back to 2-2 us, and then we lost it. We were close to winning the league that year.
We were.
You know.
And especially with how dominant Man United were during that time. You know, they practically won the golden league.
People forget, you know. I mean, they had a golden period, and it just seemed it just combined with the formation of the Premier League. Yeah, I mean, basically, all they did is jigged up the product and repackaged it and made it more sellable. Obviously, now when you look at the Premier League, it's incomparable to what football was like in 1992. You know, people forget. But what also people forget is up until Fergie, and by the way, they were going to sack him. They were going to sack Fergie because he'd gone like 2-3 years without a trophy. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I think it was Mark Robbins that saved his job. It was a cup tie away at Nottingham Forest, and I think they won that 1-0, and they went on to win the cup, and he saved his job. But funny enough, Man United, for all that everyone went on about Man United never won the league for 27 years prior to that. So people forget, you know. When people talk about history, they don't know what they're talking about. Seriously, they don't.
I mean, yeah, you've got to go beyond a certain point because a lot of people like to stop at a certain point and go, yeah, history began here and that's great. But before that, people don't even bother. I mean, Alex Ferguson, to be fair, it's a good decision that they did, keep him, because the guy, as everyone puts him, is the boss of all managers in football. So,
Yeah.
And he won him a lot. So credit to him.
For 27 years, I never won it. But, people forget that, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember Man United relegated, 1975. Seriously, they come back up with Sunderland.
I'm sure everyone watching would pray to have a moment like that now. To see Man United get relegated. But yeah, there's some iconic moments, some very iconic moments. But to actually pick a top 5 out of these, and we'll start from 5th and go up. I mean, who would you go with 5th? I mean, there's a lot of moments. I've got about 10 here, I think. So,
right, read them out. What have we got?
Well, we've got Champions League final, obviously. Torres semi-final. We got winning the league for the first time under Mourinho. Lampard's goals.
In that order, I'd say that's the top 3.
We've got Di Matteo's quickest goal. We've got Ancelotti's double. We've got us winning the Super Cup against Madrid. The Cup Winners' Cup against Madrid in '71. Our first league in 1955. Gerrard slip. Mourinho shushing the Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
There's a few others as well. I mean, yeah, it's hard. What would you go with? For 5th?
Well, I think. Can I? Do you want to speak, Louis? Sorry, mate.
No, go ahead, Frank.
Well, Champions League final's definitely got to be in there, hasn't it? Because we won that's the big one. So that's got to be in there. So we're talking 3 here. We got 3. Was it 5 or 3?
No, top 5 we need.
Oh, top 5. Okay, so let's put that one in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I would say the Lampard securing us the first league trophy under Mourinho. That's got to be in there. It has to be.
Yeah.
Right, for that particular moment. I would argue 1997 Cup final, because it was the first proper trophy really that we'd won for 27 years, and it was huge. If you go and look at the pictures of that parade, it meant everything. That's when the Blue Day song came out, and
it's true. I remember. I even remember that. I mean, that win, it felt so pure. I was just pure. Like we came from nothing, and
we had some memories, albeit from the 70s. That's what it was. You remember?
When we got home team, and suddenly it's not a dream. We'll keep the blue flag flying. We
waited so long. We wait forever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was on a roll there.
But there you go. That's what If I personally think that's got to be there, because
definitely.
A lot of people say that was the last of the old school, but
yeah,
but
I've got a moment. I've got one.
Everything.
Go on.
Signing Mikel.
Oh.
Signing the Lord, yeah.
All right, I'm going to write this down. Signing the Lord. Right. So, okay. So for 4 of our 5, I reckon we've got the '97 Cup final. We've got winning the league in 2005. Semi-final against Barca, and the final in Munich. Am I right?
Tell you what. Let's go on.
No, I'd say, to be honest, because it's so dominated by Champions League, does it have to be a top 5?
I mean, that's what we're looking for. The top 5. Like, this has to be an elite 5 moments.
I think Ancelotti's double was massive, wasn't it? Because we'd never done the double, and it was massive for us, because as from a London perspective, you'd had Tottenham that done the double in 1961. They always had that over us, yeah. Despite what we'd done and achieved and surpassed them and everything else, they could always throw that one at us. But you ain't done the double. And in 2010, we matched them on that one, because and of course Arsenal, they'd done the double in '71. They'd done it 10 years after Spurs. So for me, the double was, we can actually say, yeah, we've won the double. Not many. There's a handful of clubs, but there's not many that can actually say they've won the double.
Very true. Very true. I mean, if we did put that in, that would be the 5. Now we just got to rank them.
Some people say Dennis Wise in Milan, you know.
Tony, stop making this difficult.
And then how about the last Wembley winners for a cup final and the first Wembley winners for a cup final?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. A very good one. And we're known for that.
And you've got to say 71. And I know I'm going on a bit. I'm sorry. But
yeah, I mean I've got that down. That's what I'm looking at.
I know, obviously, people don't. They like to think of the modern day and everything else, but you have to put things into perspective about 1971.
Yeah.
Right. Liverpool go on about, you know, F off Chelsea FC, you ain't got no history.
Yeah.
1971, when we won the European Cup Winners' Cup, we won a European trophy before they ever even knew what one was. You know,
we were part of the first European tournament ever in Paris.
That's right. No, you're right, Louis. Well done, Louis. That's right. A lot of people don't know that. Again, people talk about Europe. It was a pilot scheme for European competitions, and they wanted to choose a club from England. And what was it? It was Chelsea. We played it in Paris, representing England.
True.
You know. So I think 1971 is massive because we took Real Madrid to 2 games. 2-2. The players had to stay over there because they had a replay.
Yeah.
And the fans, bless them.
Yeah.
And they won.
You know, I mean, it's a very good one. That's one that I didn't want to leave out. 71, because as you said, if you put it into perspective, it's one of the most, you know, biggest moments for Chelsea Football Club. I just reckon if we put that in.
And last year we were top from
the first day to the last day.
Yeah, till May.
And that's a record.
And as it looks like, we're going to be mid-table till May this season.
Oh well, I mean, all right. If I said we'll have to take out the Ancelotti double because it's a Premier League which we'd already won, and it's an FA Cup which we'd already won. Yes, not in the same season, but they're still 2 trophies that we'd already won. And at the time, we're expected to win. It's a double. It is, yeah. But
iconic.
All right, Tony. What would you go with? Would you go with the double or 71?
71, because it was the first. You know, that was our first European trophy, and we beat Real Madrid, the great Real Madrid. You know.
No, yeah, I'll go with 71.
71. That's what I wanted to go with. So, all right. So we got 71, 97 Cup Final, 04-05 League.
Well, 97 Cup Final was our second Cup Final. We've been in loads of. See, we're very unlucky. We have been in Cup Finals, you know, where we've lost.
Yeah.
You know, so 97 was massive because, you know, Hullet, you know, can you remember with his blue flower and, you know, Father Christmas in the stands, Ken Bates sort of patting his little, you know, just Hullet with his dreadlocks, you know, it's just great times. I love those times, you know.
Very good times, very good times. But I mean, yeah, 97 Cup Final we have to put in. So we have the 97 Cup Final, 71 Cup Winners' Cup. We've beaten Madrid. We've got 04-05 League, Torres and that superb goal, and the Champions League final.
Champions League final's top. There's no doubt.
I've knocked Torres out and put the double in, but that's me. But I'll go with, you know.
Oh, we do. I mean, as I said, it's the circumstance. 10 men against probably the best team in the world at that time, with no captain on the pitch, and then Torres decides to go round the keeper and slot one in the last minute. It's just, as we were saying, you can't. It's written in the stars. You can't write it.
Europa League final, we've not gone on about that one, have we?
we haven't, because we don't expect to be in the Europa League in the first place.
No, but if you think about it, we sort of could go on about it because we are the only club in world football or European football history to have the Champions League and the Europa League at the same time. Even if it would be better if it was the other way around.
That's a brilliant point. Actually, to have it in both of them, you know, it's just the way the dates fell and everything. You'll never happen again, will it? It was just, you know, perfect.
It'll be. I reckon I reckon it's just. Were you that Tony was there? Were you there, Eunice?
Yeah.
We beat Everton 2-1, and then Paulo Ferreira just came out with the Europa League trophy, and then you had the 2 trophies lined up, and then Ross Turnbull's kid scored that goal.
Yeah.
God,
I didn't see that. Quality.
Oh.
But I mean, right, it's clear as day that number 1 is going to be the Champions League final.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And what about winning the European Cup Winners' Cup for the 2nd time? Zola as the substitute.
Against
a lot of
Stuttgart.
controversy over that. Comes off the bench, first touch, takes it down, bang, top corner.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We got so many moments.
It's great, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
I watch these people saying we have no history.
Oh,
yeah,
mate,
I mean,
they don't know what to talk about, do they?
Come
Don't
on.
know what to talk about.
Books and books and books and more books.
What about the Steven Gerrard own goal in the Capital One or the Carling Cup final?
No, the Carling Cup at the time. The League Cup.
JT getting knocked out, having to go to hospital, and coming back.
Yeah.
Like,
against Arsenal, wasn't it? Yeah, that one.
He came back in time for the celebration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, JT!
Yeah. Did you? JT! And then he gave him a nice kiss. Right, I mean, this is hard. All right, but as you said, we'll put it into perspective.
You're the man, Eunice.
Champions League final is number 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Go with that.
I want to say Torres number 2.
I want to say Torres.
Listen,
I
you've
can't
got to go
believe
with it. It's majority rules.
It is. I mean, I can't believe the guy that we've called a flop has made it 2nd in 100% Chelsea's top 5 Chelsea moments of all time.
Torres.
I personally, I wouldn't put him in my 5 yet. But I'll go in with the majority on that one, yeah?
Okay, okay, no problem. Right. Now, it's between the 04-05 League, Cup Winners' Cup 71, 97 Cup Final. 3, 4 and 5.
I'd want to put 97 third because it's because it had Robbie Di Matteo's quickest goal. It was massive.
You ask your dad, Louis. Go and ask your dad, mate, about 97 Cup Final. It was everything.
True.
Everything. Go and have a look at the pictures of the parade. Just everything. Do you know, we had a parade in '94 and we lost it. It was terrible. I just never felt so low in all my life that day. You know, it was like, oh, we got to a cup final. It was like, oh, got a cup final shirt. I'll tell you a little story. I've got time for a little story about that one. Can I just tell you? Very 94 cup final, right? Night before, they said, right, tickets are on sale. Right, get down there. And at the time, you used to have to queue, yeah, and it was snaking all out the old gates and that, yeah, like these little portal cabins they had up. Right, so I'm there, right, park my car, right, waiting, good bit of banter during the night. Everyone's, you know, like, don't matter, we're going to get a cup final ticket, come on, right, right. Anyway, gets to about 9:30, everyone's shuffling along, right, yeah, and then all of a sudden, I'll get to the window, I've got my cup final ticket, right, and I've gone to my mate. Oh, we cup final ticket, right? And I turned around like that, and going past the gate was a transporter with my car on the back. My car had gone over the time allocation, and they slung it in the pound. Unbelievable, mate. I had to drive to Kensington, get my car out of the pounds. It's like, unbelievable, you know what I mean? So I'll never forget that. Unbelievable. So I was distraught, mate, about that final, 94. So 97 was everything. So
97, that's fair. I'll go with that for number 3. Yeah, definitely 97. I was what, 6 or 7 at the time. Even though I remember it.
I don't think 97. I wasn't born. I wasn't alive.
You weren't alive.
No.
You were. But yeah, very good day. Right, 4 and 5. 04-05 League, 71 Cup Winners' Cup. What's number 4? Or number 5?
71 is number 4. Then what was the last one? You got 71 and then
04-05, Mourinho's first league win.
Oh no, that's hard.
Lampard at Bolton.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, Lampard Bolton.
Lampard Bolton.
Lampard Bolton. You have to, yeah, Lampard Bolton. Right, and Cup Winners' Cup in at number 5. Right, before I read it out again, get your comments ready, guys. Get your comments ready. Leave us your iconic moments, and we'll have a look at what you're saying. All right, top 5 Chelsea moments of all time, according to 100% Chelsea. Number 5, the Cup Winners' Cup in 1971. Number 4 is Mourinho's first league title at Chelsea in 2005. Number 3, 1997 FA Cup final with the massive parade. So that's one for the Gooners. Number 2, Torres is going around Valdez.
Go on about it, don't they? Go on. Parade.
And number 1, winning the Champions League, which no other London team has done.
Yeah.
We're the only team in
London.
We're the only team in
European Cup. I love that song. Anyway, right, who is it? Daniel 19 says, I remember 1997 like it was yesterday. Great moments for sure.
Yeah. Well done, Dan.
It was very iconic. Didier Drogba. Hello, mate.
Didier Drogba. La la la.
Says this channel is the best Chelsea channel on YouTube. End of discussion. Top man, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
What about spanking Spurs 5-1 in the semi?
I got
yeah.
that.
I mean, because CFC BBRR says honourable mentions. So yeah, let's give some honourable mentions to moments that we haven't mentioned.
This feels like Watch Mojo. We're doing a Watch Mojo.
What about winning 6-1 at the Lane, Tory Andre Flo, and all that? We won 6-1 at the Lane.
At the Lane.
We won 6-1. We won 6-1.
We won 6-1 at the Lane.
What about 6-0?
Arsenal, yeah.
We won 6-0. We won 6-0. I was just there, just going, oh no, they got the wrong player sent off. That just made my day. It was brilliant. I come into school, Arsenal fans just going, he sent off the wrong player. It wouldn't have made much difference. You would have still lost 6-0. Yay!
Down and facing the penalty, weren't they, Louis? You know what I mean? And and that was Wenger's 1000th game, wasn't it? So
yeah. It was, yeah, and we totally crushed it.
That
moment with the wrong red card. It was the beginning of so many banter moments, because I remember after that, so many people would, for example, we play in FIFA, and you'd have Chamberlain who's about to take a penalty, and everyone's like, "Go on, Gibbs! Go on, Gibbs!"
You got four guys who look very, very similar to each other: Kieran Gibbs, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Theo Walcott, and Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. Some other guys saying 5-0 against Man United.
Yeah. Well, you're on about Jody Morris. Jody Morris doing that was fucking his fun.
Yeah.
Chris Sutton scored then, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Sutton. Unbelievable.
And another one. We beat the Invincibles in the Champions League.
Yeah, Ranieri's tears. Bit of Wayne Bridge.
Yeah. A bit of Wayne Bridge.
When Wayne Bridge's goal drove us out of control. As we do.
So many songs. Every moment we have a song. Right. Safir Hassami says, I know it's a downer, but what about doing a video on the worst Chelsea moments? That would be interesting. I
don't know too many of them, do you, Safir?
I tend to forget
we don't do bad moments.
There's only one moment that sticks in my head as a bad moment, which was my first ever loss, and that was at Wembley. I know I always say it.
No, what matter leaving?
That's second. But
don't bring it up again, please.
The worst moment for sure has to be when the contract was offered to this specific man, and this specific man signed the contract to become Chelsea manager, and that man was AVB.
I thought you were going to say Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Benitez.
Right. No, Benitez was worse actually. Yeah, I'd
fat Spanish waiter. You're just a fat Spanish waiter. Fat Spanish waiter. On my door to my room, I've got the Rafa out sticker, and I can't get it off, but I've got it stuck on my door. And whenever my friends come over, it's like, you still got that? I'm like, yeah, mate, it's a bit of history, innit? So, you know.
We don't care about Rafa. We don't care about us. All we care about is Chelsea.
I love that. Another one was hiring Mourinho for the first time. Do you remember when he came to Chelsea?
Oh, I am not one of the bottle. I think I am a special one. I am European champion.
I mean, he told his story about just before he got hired by Chelsea, and he was walking down King's Road, and he bumped into a few Chelsea fans, and they recognised him because he went to watch, Chelsea Monaco, and he got approached, and it was like, listen, we don't want you. We love Claudio. All right, he's our man. We would want Ranieri. Please don't come back. And Ranieri got sacked and Mourinho got hired. And then in his second game, I think it was against Palace, the first chant of Jose Mourinho started. And since then, yeah.
That's a moment. That's a moment, actually. I could toss in as a worst moment. The Monaco game. I'll tell you now, right? I got offered ridiculous money for my ticket before that game, and I said I wish I'd taken it because we started off brilliant. I think Jesper Gronk got a goal that day, wasn't it? And Lampard got one. We were 2-0 up, and then they got their away goal. I think it was what's his name that ended up playing for. Was it Morientes for them? He got it all wrong, didn't he? Over there. I mean, when they lost a man, didn't they? It was down to 10 men, and then he thought, "Oh no, we'll do. We'll go for broke." And everyone was playing in our position, and he totally lost his head. And do you know what? We should have been in so many. Think of how many Champions League. You know, we talk about one Champions League final, yeah.
Yeah.
Think of how many Champions Leagues we could have won.
It's crazy, isn't it?
UEFA denied us with Barca, right? And we would have beaten United. We were a penalty kick, and actually United had to score to stay in it, and then obviously Terry missed, didn't he? So they had two. There was two chances. So we had them to miss and Terry to score to win it, and then obviously we know no one actually talks about Anelka. I thought his penalty was woeful. Remember Anelka's? You know, everyone talks about Terry and his slip, bless him. But the Anelka's penalty, it was like really nonchalant, wasn't it? It was like
he just whacked it straight in.
Yeah. So think about it. How many could we have won? I mean, Monaco tactically, Claudio Ranieri got it completely wrong. We should have been in the final against Mourinho in Porto.
Yeah.
Funny enough, how things turned out. Maybe we'd have beaten Porto, been the European champions, and Mourinho might not have come.
Exactly, yeah. Then where would we be now? Who knows?
Who wants to even talk about where we would be now? We've got Jose, we've got our man.
No, but think about it. Ghost goal, right? Ghost goal denied us, right? That's how close we were to a final that time as well.
That's true.
Right, and do you remember that game? I think Ghost goal was when Johnson, in the 93rd minute, we only needed one goal. Yeah. Sliced it, right? It would have hit it too clean, actually. As he missed it, that would have gone in, right?
I couldn't believe it.
And it missed by that much, and it was the difference. You could a piece of paper, and that would have been another final where we would have played a very slow Milan. I don't think Milan was all that, you know, because Liverpool played Milan twice, didn't they?
They did, yeah. 1-1 and lost one.
Yeah, and then what else? What other semi-finals?
I mean, after that, we got Ranieri, the Monaco. We've got the Ghost goal. We got
Avram Grant got us to Moscow. Yeah,
he got us to Moscow. Could have won it there, but we didn't.
Fell on his knees.
UEFA robbing us against Barcelona.
The only one where I came out of that stadium and I thought, fair play, right, was Atletico.
Yeah.
I came out of that stadium. I walked down that road and there was Atletico fans who were buzzing outside. Trust me, it was a proper Spanish like fiesta or whatever. And they would, don't worry, they were going. I said, no, listen, mate, you enjoy it, mate. You were brilliant, and they were better than us, weren't they?
They were spot on. They were spot on. But
and then we bought half their team.
Yeah, no, he was like, if you can't beat them, you get them to join us. But along with that as well, we've got the 2 penalty shootouts against Liverpool in the semi-final, and that's just luck. At the end of the day, it's a lottery. It's a penalty shootout. Honestly,
they're the worst moments, aren't they? Monaco, UEFA night with Barca, the 2 Liverpool, the Ghost goal was the one that gets Mourinho, isn't it? More than anything.
It is, yeah, because we deserved it that year. Like, we were the best team in Europe that year.
Yeah, we were better. We were so much better than Liverpool. We were expected to beat them on both those times, and they, you know, the crowd got so behind them. I mean,
it's true.
It's true. That's when their atmosphere was bang on it. You know, it was really, really, you know, unbelievable atmospheres. But you know, I'm trying to think of another bad moment of recent.
Well, I mean, with all that, we could have won. We could have got to probably 5 or even 6 Champions League finals in the
That's
space
what
of
I'm saying.
decade.
We could have 5 in our locker right now.
Who knows? Yeah.
We could have literally 5 in our locker right now.
And you know what I asked myself? Imagine had Mourinho not left in 2007. Where would we be now?
I think we would have won a Champions League regardless, because we was always in a semi-final with him, you know.
Yeah.
I think last season was the only Champions League semi-final he's missed.
Properly, yeah.
I think that was the only one. Because if you
he
think
got it wrong though last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
Don't you think?
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Well, I don't think. Actually, no, I disagree. I don't think he got it wrong. I just thought. I think we just settled after Hazard scored the penalty. It was just oh great, we're through now. Let's just chill.
Yeah, because we're just used to it.
Yeah.
You know, when you go up in the semi, we're going through. But Atletico just fought at it.
I was talking about PSG, but okay, that's fine. But
No,
yeah,
I thought
PSG,
you were talking about PSG.
yeah, but Atletico, he did get it wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, Czech got injured, and then we had Schwarzer and goal. What annoys me, people were always talking about Schwarzer saying he was rubbish for us. The guy was in his 40s, playing the Champions League for Chelsea, and I thought he did quite well. I mean, he hardly played. Let's be honest, the guy was a second choice keeper, and what he did, like some of the stuff he did was. He was decent. I have a lot of respect for Mark Schwarzer. A lot of respect.
Yeah.
But,
no, definitely. But yeah, so
I
many moments.
I can think of lots of distraught times, you know, back in the day and all that. But if you want to think modern times, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we should do a video about bad times. Yeah, well, I mean, everyone's going to tune in for that one, definitely, to get their kicks out of us talking
Cut your
about
wrist, eh?
bad moments. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's been good. We've come up with a top 5. I want to say, obviously, before we go off, to everyone watching, leave us who you think, or what you think is your top 5 moments as a Chelsea supporter of all time. You know, do you agree with this top 5, or do you have anything else that you feel should be in the top 5? But yeah, one thing I want to say as well before we do go off, remember, Tony now has his own channel.
Actually, can I just say something about that, Eunice? There's actually a promo video up at this moment in time, so that'll be doing the loops, yeah.
I didn't see it. All right, nice.
No, there's a promo video up at the moment, just basically. Just sizzling you know what I mean? There's no graphics up, so it looks a bit pants, but just bear with me. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's subscribed to it already. Let's subscribe, Eunice, so there's nothing up, so I can't thank you enough for that. My Twitter has actually changed to Chelsea SW6 at SW6. What do you call it? Like a
underscore.
Underscore.
Yeah, underscore Chelsea. Yeah, and my Facebook's Chelsea SW6, and obviously the channel's Chelsea SW6.
The pressure's on me to make one now.
Well, don't be giving it SW4.
What, Clapham?
Welcome to Clapham.
Do you know what, Louis? You know what you got to do? You got to do one, mate, with the geezer that does the draw.
Oh, Simon.
Oh,
No. Simon's only for 100% Chelsea. He signed a contract and everything, mate. He can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, I made sure of that.
But no,
he did the whole Godfather thing, which is like either your brains or your signature is going to be on the paper, Simon. Simon just going, "What do you think you're on about, you stupid Englishman?" Okay, you know what I'm going to say that now.
No, quality. Right. Obviously, check out Tony on his YouTube channel, Chelsea SW6. Check out his Twitter, which is at Chelsea SW6 as well now.
No. I've still got the Tony at 100% one. Yeah, that's the normal. That's to get me. And then obviously for the channel, it's Chelsea SW6 at SW6 _ Chelsea.
Quality. And Louis, when he makes his channel, I will let you know of what it is. But for now, it's Twitter at Louis the Boogaloo. And be sure to check out all the 100% Chelsea links in the description. Do check out my channel as well, Eunice HH, if you haven't seen it. Most of you have.
Double H.
Yeah, the good old days. But yeah, do check it out. And leave us your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea if you're new. He's waving the flag. You know, one of the reasons why people like to call us plastic when the flags aren't in fact plastic. But do check
They're
it out.
polyester, I think.
They're polyester, so you can call us polyester.
They're great. We need to break the Yokohama jinx, don't we?
Oh, it's a massive jinx. It's a massive jinx. I want Samsung back already. But anyway, that's been Daily Blues. Check out tomorrow. Tomorrow, brand new topic on for discussion. And thank you guys for watching. See all of you tomorrow. Subscribe, and you guys can sign off.
See you later, guys. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.